I just want to get this out of the way before the video starts. I'm not praising MIHOYO in this video. I'm just looking at the changes objectively. Basically, MIHOYO put out a Q&A where they ignored all of the players' like real concerns, but addressed a couple quality of life changes. So we're going to go over those quality of life changes today. It's annoying that they're not addressing any of the serious issues that the Genshin Impact community has, but I'm not going to say that all these quality of life changes are bad. So here's what they've changed. Here's what they've updated us with, and make sure to let me know what you think down below. Just so you guys know, this is more of a Q&A thing. It's not huge news for the game. It's just a developer update, kind of. A little bit, sorta. But you might be interested to hear about what they've got coming for us in 2.2 as far as quality of life. So the first question is there any way to obtain gadgets from events that I missed? I regret missing out. And they answered, for travelers who have missed out, don't worry. In version 2.2, travelers can use more to purchase the Windbloom Festival commemorative balloon, Windsong Lyre, and Windblessed Harpistrum gadgets from Marjorie's store in Mondstadt. So that does mean that the stuff you got during the Windbloom Festival will be purchasable if you joined the game later and you wanted to get the lyre to play music, or if you just wanted the balloon so you could do Amber Olympics like Gratis and I did. This is a very good thing. It just means that you're going to be able to buy it. I think it's kind of a slap in the face to a lot of people who were there for the exclusivity and like who really tried really hard to max out the event. But for me personally, I don't really care too much. I'm glad we'll see some more people playing music for a little while. Next question was, Zhongli's shield would sometimes overlap with Ganyu's crosshair, making it difficult for mobile users to aim. And this is just kind of a quality of life thing. Basically, they're saying they're going to add some opacity effects that will make it easier to see through the shield with Ganyu and just with any bow character in general. So this is a really good quality of life. I'm hoping they can do a similar thing with Raiden's giant circle that's behind us, so that way we don't have to see that all the time, but we'll see what happens. For those of you guys who have done hangout events, you're gonna love the next one. So the next question is, can the previously chosen options be saved in hangout events? It's a bit tedious when I'm trying to get all of the different endings. So for those of you who have grinded out the hangout events or try to get primo gems as much as possible, this is awesome. Basically, they're adding this in 2.2 to make it so that when the same device is used for a hangout event, so if you're playing on your phone and you use it again, the previously selected options will be saved. So it will be much easier to be able to get all of the results at the end of hangout events. You won't have to keep track of them yourself. It's gonna be awesome. This next one is mostly for people who play on controller on PC. It's asking about PS5 support on PC. When will support be added? And in version 2.2, PCs will now support DualSense. So PlayStation 5 wireless controllers, basically, you're just going to get all the new controllers to be working with Genshin. It's going to be pretty cool. It has immersive haptic feedback, which is like a thing that makes you feel like you're in the game. So it's neat. Of course, there's a bunch more questions. Inazuma transport commissions take too long. This is another quality of life thing. They're increasing the HP and movement speed of the transport quests, so that's just a quality of life change. If you've been changing your Inazuma commissions to Mondstadt, now you can change it back to Inazuma if that was the reason why, if you hated how long it took. Raiden Shogun's elemental skill is too bright if you look at it for too long. So this one I haven't really noticed myself, but I guess they're toning that down for the next patch as well. And then, is it possible to add photos as wall furnishings for the Surrender teapot? Photo frame furnishings are under development, so that will be a really cool thing that we get to add to our teapots, though I don't know if more than one person uses the teapot still. But for some people, this is actually a really exciting piece of news because they want to be able to customize the teapot a little bit more, so that's awesome. Next up, this is one of my favorite things they've added here in this article. So it's asking, could we see the lineup of enemies when we're forming our party in the Spiral Abyss? It's very difficult to remember the enemy lineup when forming my party. So as a person with diagnosed ADHD, I tend to hyperfixate on things and forget things really quickly. So this is a massive quality of life change for me. If you've watched my stream at twitch.tv/Braxophone, go make sure to follow over there if you want to see live content. You'll know that when I'm selecting Spiral Abyss teams, sometimes I'll just forget about like one enemy on one floor, and that'll like ruin almost the entire experience because my hypercarry just won't be able to deal with that specific enemy of the same element. Maybe I don't have the tools I need to take down a pyro shield in less than 30 seconds, just something like that, because I just forgot about one enemy. So development team has noted this. Development team will optimize the display of enemy information in Spiral Abyss in subsequent versions. More than this though, I hope that means that they're examining Spiral Abyss more than just quality of life wise. I hope that they're examining the possibility of a floor 13 rather than spiking the power rating again for the next patch. I'm really hoping that that just means they're taking a look at all that. Is it possible to restore my default team after exiting co-op? Yes, this is another quality of life change that's going to be pretty nice into a couple more patches down the line. I don't think they mentioned that this is going to be a 2.2. It's just saying in future versions, when a teammate leaves the party in co-op mode, said teammate's character will be replaced by a character from the default party before entering co-op mode. In version 2.2, we're also fixing an issue in single player mode whereby the duration and cooldown of opponent skills would not stop after the game was paused. After the fix, some enemies will no longer be able to switch to another skill as quickly quickly when travelers pause the game. For example, when facing the Primojiva ship, it will no longer be able to use the time the game is paused to execute its primordial shower skill multiple times in a short amount of time. So this is basically, if you keep reading, it's just going to talk about pausing the game and how mob timers keep ticking even though the game is paused, right? This is the thing that lets you do the book trick in Spiral Abyss. And so essentially, this is the nice way of them saying that they're fixing Spiral Abyss without telling you that there was a bug in the first place. Honestly, this is kind of shady of them to not say like, yeah, there's a bug in Spiral Abyss that people are abusing to get 3 stars and we're gonna patch it. But the reason they're not saying it is so that less people know about the bug and less people will be able to get 3 stars on the last floor without getting like new characters and stuff. So that's the reason why they don't mention it explicitly, but that's going to be patched. So unfortunately, you won't be able to abuse that anymore in Spiral Abyss. That's not the greatest thing to hear, but you know, it's a bug, so they were gonna fix it eventually. So all in all, this is just a bunch of kind of quality of life changes, but there are some things for us to look forward to. Specifically, I'm really excited for the Spiral Abyss HUD layout to get fixed. Obviously, not all of this is coming in 2.2, but MIHOYO's at least addressing a couple of the problems that players were having with quality of life stuff in their game, because let's be real, there's a lot of things that this game needs. This game needs artifact presets so bad. In fact, full build presets would be great as well. This game honestly needs more than 4 teams. This game needs the ability to just import your teams into Spiral Abyss rather than searching through all your characters. I don't know, maybe that's just a me problem. Maybe other people don't have that problem. But there are just a lot of quality of life issues that need to be addressed. So I'm glad that they're addressing some of them. They still haven't addressed any of the community uproar, and they still haven't really addressed any like mega serious issues. But at the very least, we're getting a few nice things next patch. And for those of you who missed Windbloom, now you get to play music. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. If you're still pissed at MIHOYO or if you're not super interested in what they have to say about all this stuff, that's fine. I mean, again, it is just a few small things. There's no major changes that are happening, but I like when they release these Q&As because it at least gives us a tiny roadmap of what's going on. Hopefully next time they can tell us something of value though. Anyways, I'm gonna do my best to get my child review video out as fast as possible for you guys because I am really excited to show you guys what he can do. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching as always, and I will catch you guys later.